What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, ReadoptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full time on eBay. Well. Today is Thursday. 2 days till I'm on the road. We'll be at the Goodwill Bins. The Goodwill Bins in Nashville. Probably Sunday. I gotta figure out what the address is. It's probably going to the more urban one, as opposed to the one near in the warehouse area, the business district or whatever. Cause I like it better, cause you can get some good stuff there. So that'll probably be Sunday. I have to see what their hours are for Sunday. Cause I'll be on the road Saturday, so find a place in Nashville to stay for the night, and then probably head toward Knoxville and stay around in Knoxville on Sunday night or somewhere in there. So what's going on with eBay? Well, as you know, I lasted 7 or 8 hours and turned my promotions back on. Yeah, I realize that. Some of the comments. I'm sorry I failed you. The Almighty One has failed you. I will sacrifice my second to the smallest toe on my left foot for you to forgive me. Now, it was miserable. I just can't go without sales. I just can't do it. And I just knew it was going to bother me the whole vacation. I just knew it was going to eat at me no matter what I told myself. I knew it was going to bother me. So, yes, I failed. You have to pay to play. My store does not work without promotions. I'm not doing nobody any favors or disservice except myself if I turn them off. So, it's do I turn them off and on here and there? Yes. Do I change things up when it gets stale? Yes. But I do that with, sales stuff and anything that kind of can just, I kind of feel like all of that is part of a shakeup within the algorithm. Turn the promotions off or change the percentage. Put on a sale, take off a sale, end and sell similar, update a listing, add something to the descriptions. I think all of them feel like they do a little bit of something, but none of them do a great big of anything. So yesterday, though, at least I'm going back up. So yesterday I did $592. I hit $550 by 8. So for the next 8, 9, 10, 6 hours, I only did $42. That being said, we are at 10 a.m. right now. I'm at $174. The only thing I did different that I've changed up from, say, last month is instead of doing 30% off my items, since we are in the fourth quarter and we're getting November, December, usually good months, I kept my sales off. I think my media or my DVDs and VHS are still on. I somehow scheduled them through November, so I just said, no big deal there. So I left those on, but all the others came off, and I did buy 2, get 30% off, trying to entice people to buy more lots. And if you saw yesterday, I had 2 pen lots. Got another pen lot. So something jarred my pens in the algorithm, at least. Plus, it does make you feel a little bit better when you're getting, say, $15 for something that you would have gotten $10 for at 30% off. So that does make you feel better. At least me, anyway. Traffic-wise yesterday, split between organic and promoted. Well, you stay there then. I'll go over here if you don't want to cooperate. 35 items sold yesterday, 14 organic, 21 promoted. So a nice split, actually. I mean, for sure could use your more promoted, but this morning, 9 sold so far, 3 organic, 6 promoted. Well, my second video on the sold business has not done too good of numbers. Not as good as the first, anyway. The first one, I'm sitting at over 1,300 views. The second one, we've only got 205 so far. And I've got another one scheduled for Friday night at 7. So yesterday's video, if you didn't see it, go check it out, the sold business, link below. And we see items from Din Decor Depot and Dixie Flipper. Coming up on Friday, I have it is Blues Shop 93 and the Mad Hatter 1969. So we go through sold items and we learn new things to source. So make sure you check it out if you will. I'd appreciate that. Well, yesterday's video didn't do anything on this channel either, did it? That's all right. Okay, let's do some questions and comments real quick and then ship some items. Oh, I think I got a Posh I forgot to pull. I do. Snowshoe Thompson Field Exchange sweatshirt in 302. Just be able to pull that right quick. So this sold on Posh for $11. Headed to Alabama with a banjo on its knee. I'll do some questions and comments here in a minute. Get this puppy started privately. The glue it's so bad it doesn't even stick to the fan anymore. Get that out of the way. Boom, boom. How can you tell if you are number 1 or number 2 in a category? Are all saying in general, I want to see where I am ranked. Okay, you can tell where you're ranked in a certain category. Like I was number 1 in used pre-owned men's hats. Last time I checked, I fell down to number 2. I don't know who's number 1. I haven't been able to find them, but I haven't really looked. But if you go to your seller hub, it may be everywhere. Let's see. I'm in performance all the time. So if you hit performance, you'll see download listing quantity report over to the right hand side. You click that, it says preparing download, and it's doing that, and you'll be able to bring it up and it'll be an Excel spreadsheet, and you can kind of go down and look at where you rank in all the different categories. So we'll go through mine real quick if it pops it up. Download listing quality report. All right. Doom. There you go. Open. You are trying to use Office, but you don't have Office. I do on my computer upstairs, but let's hit the try and see if it'll just come up. I gotta download it and everything on here. Maybe let's just. Come on, just let me through, let me through. Dang, really? Just. Why did Microsoft, why? I don't need to frequently ask questions. Let me try again if it don't work this time. Nope, I don't have it on this computer, so I can't look, but that's how you get to it. This is becoming a huge issue. That's an old video. I'm not sure what they're referring to in that video. I don't remember, so. I'm starting to wonder if immediate payment require change has made buyers leave, because that's right around the time my sales started being terrible. I don't have it on. I don't use it because I like selling multiple items. It does not play well with multiple items. I will deal with a non-paying bidder. I mean, look how many items I have in my store. My non-paying bidders, right now I'm only sitting on, awaiting payment, 18 awaiting payments. Now, you might think that's a lot, but for me, with having 52,000 items, not really. But I'm gonna go ahead and cancel some right now because they've been 7, 8, 9 days on some of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel those now. Buyer hasn't paid. Relist for free. Cancel order. Oh, and I did see another problem some people are having that's probably hurting sales yesterday. I saw 4 people having this problem, and one of them said they've called eBay, but eBay hasn't been able to help them. Go figure there. Cancel order. And that is when they have items listed, but when you go into their store, you can't see the items. It's saying this buyer does not have items that ship to your location. Yet this person said they have no restrictions on where they ship items. They've called into eBay. eBay hasn't been able to figure it out. I'm guessing they opened a ticket, you would think. But that makes you wonder how many of your customers are seeing this with your store if it is a problem. 4, 5, 6 days on this one. So it makes you wonder. I don't know. But anyway, I'd rather have not have immediate payment on and deal with non-paying bidders than to lose sales. Because the way I kind of look at it is this is when I relist it, guess what? It's a new listing. So maybe more people will see it. I just need to see if I can find this one to relist in my ended. Since it's an international one, I've got to go find since I use web interprets, so I got to go find my US one and relist it. And there it is. Sell similar, because I don't want that one to get lost in the shuffle somewhere. Browning hoodie, that should sell before the end of the year. So there we are. Archive those. So now I kept up on them. I only have 11. So with 52,000 items, that's not horrible. So, and actually one, two, three, 5 of those were offers I took this morning. Well, not all offers. One's an item. But that person has 17,000 feedback, so they'll pay. So there's technically going to be less. When 5 of them was sales this morning and or offers this morning. So that leaves 6 for 52,000 items in my store. I ain't going to lose sales over filing a few non-paying bidders every 3 or 4 days. It's not worth it. But that thing, I mean, we know everything new messes up other things on the site. So whether it messed things up here and there, chances are probable. But and I mean, because if you want multiple sales on one item, I would not use it. I mean, multiple sales from one buyer, I would not use it. It does more harm than good with the way it's laid out. Now, if it didn't immediately charge them, it said you've got to put in a credit card, and if you don't pay after 24 hours, it automatically charges you, then that gives a customer time to come in and say, okay, I want this, 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 and this, and time for you to send an invoice, or if not, they get charged. Then that would be something. Then I would have it turned on, but it's not worth it for me right now. Last year I did like 20% promoted ads on all my items. Back then I think I had 4,000, and it really didn't increase sales. So because of this, my max is 6. If you go over 10, you are wasting your money. I think it depends on what you sell, honestly. Everything's got more variables than just one thing. Like with my store, there's no difference from 15 to 20, it doesn't feel like. So I either usually do dynamic +1, and that's what I was doing prior to turning them off. And that's when I had those steady, close to $600 days. That was dynamic +1. When I turned it back on yesterday, I just put everything back at my flat 15 like I did before, because I remembered, here's what I remembered prior with experiments and patterns, and this is why I love experiments and patterns, that when I tried dynamic in the past compared to my 15%, because dynamic +1, or even dynamic, you're probably pushing about 15% average anyway, because you're going to get your 8s and 9s, but you're also going to get the 17s and 19s, because those are out there. I've seen them while this was on. And I remembered that at my 15 flat, I had better sales than with the dynamic. So since I turned it back on, I mean, I woke up this morning with better sales than what I had 2 days last week. Or was it Sunday and Monday? I don't remember, but, or no, maybe it was like Saturday and Sunday. I don't remember, but, so I don't know, you know, I mean, everything's got more than one variable. So everything's not a cookie cutter for everybody. Like, you see people who are right now ending and doing the ending and sell similar thing, doing it to their whole store because they have 2,000 items, and they see this huge influx of impressions or whatever. Yet I can do 2,000 a day and don't see that. So I don't see an increase at all when I do it. So is that because I got more items, other variables, if you will? So. James, don't worry about turning off promotions. I tried that in the past, just like you. I had to turn promoted back on. Yeah, I wasn't going to make myself think about business the whole weekend. At least this way, what sells, sells. I know I am in a stable environment for the choices I've made. Not because of the eBay site, but because of what I see my store reacting to the best pattern-wise. Promoted on 15%, keeps me under my 50% cost where I need to be, because if you don't know, 99.5% of my items are paid for. So I don't have costs, which allows me to promote a little bit higher than some. Enjoy your vacation. I am going to. And so I'll probably just have a bunch of just bombarded little videos here and there on this channel with whatever I feel like. I'll try to piece them together at the end of the day, though, to make it at least one video, unless it's something like a short or something I do. I'm going to try to get into creative mode. I'm taking my strap, so when we go in thrift stores, I can put my phone on. I am taking my puppets. Dolly and Vern are going with me. So I'm going to try to always be in like a happy, creative, fun mode and not think about what's selling and what have you. So, excuse my terrible English, please. I've been paying more attention to everything you say about what could work to increase sales, and at least with my store, I don't do promoted listings at all. I don't send offers. I do accept offers. I don't send coupons or anything. I don't do anything special other than listing every day, and I have the same results as you. Last week, Monday, 5 sold $18.97. Tuesday, 8 sold $12.56. So these are $1,897 on Monday, $1,256 on Tuesday, Wednesday, $346, Thursday, $35, Friday, $0, then Saturday, $603. Saturday, $603, Sunday, $238, Monday, $634, Tuesday, $1328, And then so far by 7 p.m., 170. So seeing these huge spikes and stuff. And if you don't do any of those things, try it. On those low days, when you're having a low day, see how many offers you can send out and send them out. See what happens. See if your low day jumps up. If you're not using them, you have tools in your arsenal that you have not used yet to help you on those days. Whether they work or not, because of that day, that's another thing to be determined. But the position you're in right now, if what you've said is correct, being you say your English is terrible, the way I'm taking it, is you've got tools in your arsenal to use on those days to try to get those days to jump up. And the biggest one would be send offers. That's the quickest one you'll be able to see if you have any results from. So the next day you're doing $35 or $200, send out those offers, see what happens. I would like to be in that position where I knew I had tools in my arsenal to make a day jump up. If you notice a pattern on 2 days, like if it's every Thursday and Friday, say that it looks like there's a problem, turn promotions on Wednesday night for Thursday and Friday, and then turn them off Saturday morning and see if it does anything. It usually takes at least 24 hours for it to process, but it will start processing immediately. But then after you turn them off, you still will have some items that may come in at a promoted rate. But my thing is, you got tools in your arsenal. Right now, I feel tapped out. I feel like I've tried everything. And I'm always looking for the next tool to help me on those days that it feels off. So you're in a good position with tools in your toolbox to use right now. But like I said, whether it works or not, you got to try it to see. Can't they just raise the price, call it for what it is, let the public accept the raise, and get rid of promoted listing fees? If you have to have more, stop effing with people's livelihoods and sell our items. Promoting should come from eBay advertising their site, drawing in new buyers. And see, that's what I think the worst problem with this whole promoted thing is we're not getting no extra benefits out of it. We're paying this extra money so the item is seen higher on the website, but eBay as a whole, where are your commercials other than motors? Why aren't you getting people to the site? You've got all this extra promotion money, but instead you're pocketing it. You're using it to pad your bottom line. I don't think that's right. Like I said, I'm nowhere near a business expert. Look, I've got a little bit of experience with the stock market. I made $100,000 one year playing with stocks, my first time ever. That was back during Apple and Google when I was playing with those stocks. But still, I made $100,000 in 1 year in stocks. If I had any control or any power in this company, I'd be smacking the crap out of a lot of higher ups right now. And there would be heads on the chopping block. Heads on the chopping block. I think they are expecting sellers to use all the fee-driven promotions. Organic sales are the thing of the past. Yeah, and I think, and then what they're doing to stores now is sneaky. underhanded too. You can promote your store now, and then they took the link off your item page for people to go into your store. That's just, that's actions of a person. If a person made that action, that would be a person I would not hang around because I would not trust them to do things like that. Okay, I got to pay you now for people to see my store, and you're going to take the link on my item page that links people to my store, and you're going to take it away. That's underhanded. That's mobster shit. That's, I don't trust you, I'm not hanging with you shit. I know business is business, but when you're doing it in a shady form, I don't think you're going to last very long, whoever's making these decisions. Like I said, and of course, I could be 100% wrong. But at least what I'm saying feels right to me and my experience and what I see and what I deal with. All right, combine orders. Oh, okay, I didn't even notice that. Combine it is. And there are the pins. No international overnight, which is odd because it's the first of the month, so since I've been ending and selling similar, I know I have plenty of room for WebInterpret to put more up on international websites, and I got no international sales. So that's a little suspect. But hey, yesterday was a volatile day, being the last 2 days were, so I'll get more stable results, I think, today and going into the weekend. So where stable meaning where they're going to be where they're going to be, and not because I did something. Stable on my end. How about that? All right. First up, we got a record player. Remember finding this at a thrift store. I want to say I paid like $6 for it, I think, or somewhere around there. But this sold for $30, headed to Ohio. The eBay moves they don't even feel like good business moves. They feel like shady moves when you do something like, because why would you take the option away? Why not just have an extra option? That makes more business sense to me. Having extra options, not, okay, we're taking the free one away and we're only going to have one you have to pay for, which is totally different than the one. Because now I think the way it's set up is where this new listing page, where it's, well, when you get to it, that's another thing, is still a pain in the ass. And now I'm back to the old pages where the store is there. So, okay, they don't even know what they're doing now. But on the new pages, I want to know where that store promotion link lands. Like, I know where it lands on this page, and it's right underneath where it says visit store. So right underneath where, I don't know if you can see this little ad that popped up, that's where it is. So right underneath the link to somebody to visit your store, there's going to be an ad for somebody, the buyer, to go to somebody else's store. Right underneath that. So on the new page, it's shifted a little differently, and they've taken out the visit store option. So I'm wondering where that ad's going to be. That ad's going to be probably right there where, or near where your visit store link used to be. So taking out your link on your page to advertise somebody else's store on your page, that's just low to me. That's not even business. If they found my item interesting, why not direct them into my store, because I would probably have like items, not to somebody else's store who might have like items. Because on the hat page, if you pull up a hat, you'll see a hat promotion for another store. Well, if I got a hat, chances are I got more hats. Why not get them into my store and not somebody else's store? That's underhanded. That's not even good business. Get them into my store first. First and foremost. But I'm sure I'm preaching the same, some things that you feel the same way about. Good business is taking care of the people who bring you the money, not trying to take advantage of them. Like right now, like whoever's making these decisions at eBay, I would not invite them. I would not let them watch my dog. If I will not let you watch my dog, then you're a person I would not be able to hang around with. Because there are trust issues there for reasons. 16, 12, 6. And I'm talking about the main one making the decisions, not the one that's getting paid to do those decisions. They're just doing their job. I'm talking about the one who's freaking making those calls. Next up, we've got CD Projects 50 disc holder. This had Tucson, Arizona, sold for $25. Biggity bam. Fit in here? Yeah. All right now. Speaking of international, there's at least an offer coming through in British pounds. Lana. Next up, we've got Sewer Shark for the Sega CD. Disc only. That sold for $7, headed to California. Like, I would be, like I said yesterday on my, when I was talking about, I did the buy two, get 30% off, and how my red flag doesn't come up anymore when you're on a listing page or on the search page. I'd be fixing stuff like that. I'd be messing with the tools that's going to drive buyers to the store of the item that they like. Because more sales equals more fees for them. and it makes the most sense, you know? I don't know. It's just a lot of the decisions that are being made just do not make logical sense to me. And maybe it's just because I don't know better. But I, as a seller, I have better changes than the ones they're making. I'm not saying I wouldn't do promotions. Like I said, I would do a split thing like I was talked about earlier. I thought that was pretty... The more I think about that idea, the more I like it. Where you do columns, instead of doing 4 across, you do the list view, but you do 2 list views. You do the one, and you do promoted one on the other side. So then you've got a whole line of 240 items that are organic. Then that's going to help the sellers. And then you have 240 items that are promoted. Any of those sales, the more sales you have, the more fees you get, right? But if I knew, or even if you knew, let me ask you that question. If you knew 240 items were going to come up organic when you typed in pizza baseball cap, and you have a few in your store. This sold for $9. Headed to Virginia, a local pizza shop. Emos. And you knew there was going to be a row next to it that had nothing to do with this row except, oh, maybe they'll like this item. Or this is a similar style, or whatever you feed into the algorithm. So say you have pizza hats in your store, but you also have pizza t-shirts. And if you look on the promoted link side, you see pizza hats on this side, all different kinds from different people, all organic. And on this side, you have a few pizza hats that are being promoted, but then you have some pizza shirts that are promoted. So if you have both in your store, you're going to be more apt to promote your items in hopes that they get into those secondary categories, because that's double exposure. People's going to pay more if they can get more out of it. But eBay, the way they're working it is they're taking it away and you're paying for less than what you were getting originally. That's not the smart way to do it, in my opinion. If I knew everything's going to be the same, and if I promote, I get more, then I'm promoting. I have, and it's not because I have to, because I want to. That's the difference. I think that would change. So many of you go, I'm never promoting. Answer that question. If there was 2 lines, your organic and then a promoted line, would you be more apt to promote your items, knowing that you're still going to have the same views, but if you promote, you're going to get more. You're not going to have stuff taken away from you, not like the way it is now. I know I'd be happy to promote in that instance. Right now, I'm not happy to promote because they took away and you have to pay to not even get what you used to get. Am I making sense here? In my opinion, I think that would make more money for the website, for the company. Because you're still going to get the organic sales, and you're going to get people who want to promote to try to get extra sales. The Judy Bats cassette sold for $5.50, headed to Duluth, Minnesota. If I knew I was going to get organic and there was this promoted list, I'd be battling it out for that list. If I knew, hey, before promoted is introduced, I make $1,000 a day. after my promoted idea is introduced, I'm still making $1,000 a day, but I have the option I can make $1,200 a day, $1,300 a day. Guess what? My ask is, I'll put 25%. I don't care. Get me some more sales. Get me those bonuses. It would be looked at more as a bonus as opposed to, I mean, what can you compare it to now? Who takes away your sales, tells you have to promote to get them back, and you don't even get as many as you did before the program started? I mean, what do you compare that to? I don't want to diminish anything out there that you could compare it to, but it's not right. And even from a business perspective, I don't think it's right, because I think there's a better way to do it. And the better way, I think, would make more money in the end for the website, for eBay, and for their sellers. Milo CD. So for $6, headed to Winter Garden, Florida. And I'm sure if I sat down and thought about it, I could come up with probably 5 other unique ways to promote that would be growth for the seller and growth for the company. Where the track that they've taken has diminished trust with the company, and it's not going to help the bottom line in the long run. Not the way it's set up as of today, and the way it has been. It's just not going to happen. Maybe I should start a campaign. eBay needs to hire me as a consultant. We got a cassette tape, classical, sold for $14, headed to Richmond, California. I could be talking out of my ass right now. Who knows? But that's kind of the way I see it right now, from my experience and the information I have. Doesn't make it right or wrong, just makes it seem like it makes more sense in the state I am at right this second. MX Machine, sold for $14, headed to Southwest Ranches, Florida. $30 for 2 cassettes. Who needs a stinking sale? Probably me. Alrighty, Chris. Next up we got, are you ready for a pin lot? Yeah. We got 3 more pins that sold today. Go figure. Let me put that in there. We got a jeweled Jesus pin. That one sold for $20. We've got Walt Disney World from 2003 pin. That one sold for $15. And we've got this doggy with a stocking Christmas pin. That one sold for $14. Boing! $50 right there. How freaking cool is that, man? Make sure these puppies are well taken care of on their trip. Get in there. Make sure nothing get bent up. Hey, it's $50. I don't want these lost in the mail. So make the package bigger and put it in a box. Oops, 6 by 4. Boom, 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 boom. That would be James. I know somebody by that name. Next up, we've got this vintage 1991 Atlanta Braves pennant. Sold for $13. Headed to Nashville. Same place I'll be headed to Saturday. We might get a later start Saturday because Jan hasn't been able to pack. She's working 12 hours today, and she's working 12 hours tomorrow. So probably not going to be able to pack until Friday night. And if she's dead tired, she might not get up early Saturday morning. So not sure what time we'll be leaving here, but don't have check-in till 6 Monday, so we've got time to waste. Along the way. And I appreciate that $1 million mile yard sale in Sparrow or something, Tennessee. Yeah, I looked it up, but it's good. It's Saturday 5 to 5, so don't think we're going, and it's past Nashville, so going to be a day late for that to get to go to that. So bummer. Farm Bureau insurance hat. Sold for $12, headed to Lexington, Kentucky. All right, Kenneth. Next up, we've got 2 more items here. Union Carpenter's visor. Headed to California, sold for $11.20. Nothing is sold during this video. Kind of surprising, being that the overnight was, or at least early this morning, I should say, has been good. Valentine. And lastly, we got Army Black Knight hat. Sold for $14, headed to Manchester, New Hampshire. approaches. The spinning wheel of death. Prince Zilebas. It's like fa la 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 la, man. When's the last time you heard that? It's like fa la 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 la, man. I think it was like a little MTV snippet in between videos. I don't know who the person was. I don't think it was like a Pauly Shore. I think there was just some other guy that they had do some of those like hippie commercial little shorts. It's like fa la 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 la, man, but I don't remember who it was. Kenneth? I'm kind of picturing the guy. He's got the round glasses on. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick now, if it'll come up. Unless I'm making it up and it doesn't exist. That is known to happen, where I've had ideas and I thought they were, I guess, so good that I thought they were real. Zaneba is a mowing his grass. I'm not sure why, because maybe it's just to mulch up the leaves, because the grass is not really growing right now. Just to mulch the leaves. What's the weather out there today? 51. Not bad for 11-ish a.m. And Kelly gets the turntable. Alright, I'm looking that up real quick before I let you go. It's like fa la la, man. MTV. Yeah, nothing's coming up. Old commercial. Hey, somebody's talking about it here, so okay, so I'm not crazy. TV commercial from late 80s, early 90s where guys like Fa La 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 Man to play during Christmas time. He's from St. Louis area too. I remember that. Was it Emo's Pizza? I thought it was MTV. It was a pasta house commercial. Nobody's got the answer here. Well, they're calling Pasta House commercial solved. I don't think it was it? I thought it was MTV. Maybe I'm wrong. remember seeing ever Pasta House commercials in my life. Okay. Let me take out MTV. I guess maybe that is it. Maybe I just don't remember correctly, which is possible. All right. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. Print USPS. Go check out the Sold business and give those 2 stores a little love. Like that video. Subscribe to the channel. And it don't look like eBay printed up last night. Printed up for about a week straight, but not last night, huh? Ooh, no paper. Need some paper. See if there was any international sales yesterday. Yeah, I know I just changed you. 1. We got 1. All right, let's leave that. All right, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.